We are about ready to go. Microphone set. Okay. YouTube Studio is going good. We're ready to roll. What's going on, everybody? As my camera decides to have a spasm. Freaking hate using this built-in camera. I might have to switch to my backup. Yeah, I'm gonna actually get the backup one out, just so I have it. You know, I won't have to waste any time getting it out. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch right now. In fact, yeah, I'm not messing around with the stupid camera today. It's been doing that to me for a while. I don't know why it does that. I think it's something with the software. Classic. Yeah, the graphic, it's looks better, but it's very unreliable. All right, gotta make the switch real quick here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm on the much more reliable camera. Graphically, not as good. It still does its job. Obviously, it still does its job. It's a banger. All right, so let me just get this timeout thing because very OCD today. I don't know why. OCD is like, no, 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 no. You will fix those timeouts. There we go. Okay, now we're all set. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Buckeyes live stream. And of course, this is the final home game of the regular season. And potentially, if things go right, the rest of the season in general, this will be the last home game of the year. Gotta be careful because I don't want to, jinx or, count my chickens before I hatch, before they hatch, before I hatch. I don't want to go out and say this is the last game of the year at home because a lot can happen, right? But hopefully Ohio State takes care of business tonight, which they should today. I know it's weird playing a day game, it's like, wow, a noon kickoff. We haven't heard a lot of these lately. Feels weird saying that, but that's true. As today, the Buckeyes have senior day as the Rutgers Scarlet Knights are in town. They're trying to get the bowl eligibility. They're trying to achieve those magical 6 wins to get bowl eligible. Of course, they're coached by former Buckeye defensive coordinator Greg Schiano. I believe he was a defensive coordinator, but he was a coordinator on the team. He was here, I think, for a couple of years. The team wasn't that good. I mean, they were good, obviously, but like his unit wasn't the best. And remember the whole him going to Tennessee thing? I think that was a thing once upon a time. But then the fans revolted and said, no, 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 no. Hell no. Over our dead bodies. But Rutgers comes in 5-5. Bad season. I mean, 5 wins, and wins is all right. But they're 2-3 in their last 5. They started off 3-0. And yeah, let's just say the wheels have kind of fallen off a little bit. Yeah, it's as bad as Penn State, obviously. Yeah, the wheels have kind of fallen off the bus a little. They barely beat Ohio week 1. They smacked Miami, Ohio, and poor Michael Vick, his team, Norfolk State, got smacked 60-10. Then they lost 4 in a row to 4 solid teams: Iowa, Minnesota, Washington, and Oregon. I mean, they got boat raced by Oregon. They barely beat Purdue. And Purdue is not that good, obviously. Then they lost to Illinois. No surprise. And they got back to 500 last week, or 2 weeks ago, with a win over Maryland at home. And of course, their last two games, Ohio State at the Shoe. Next week, they have Penn State. And that might be the game that gets them bowl eligible. And I know their fans would love to beat Penn State and get bowl eligible. All right, so let's look at this game. Of course, Ohio State, obviously undefeated, 10-0, coming off a pretty impressive win over UCLA, 48-10. And the most important thing, of course, no Jeremiah Smith, no Cornell Tate. But if you ask your Buckeye fan, did you expect that? Especially considering who's coming up next week. Gotta be ready for that game. All hands on deck. If you can walk, if you can move, you're playing. You train all year, all off season. You go through essentially 13 weeks of hell, 13 games for the Buckeyes. Put your body on the line every week for next week. The game. It would be kind of funny because remember, the last couple of years, the team up north has had players miss the game and they still beat us. Does that happen for us now? We have a couple players miss and we still beat them? It would make me feel hella uncomfortable, that's for sure. I'd rather have those guys play because, yeah, I think they will. They're saving up for next week. All right, so getting into this matchup, Ohio State obviously, it went down. Wow, 28.5-point favorites. When I did my video yesterday on the Buckeye channel, it was like 32. Now it's down to 28.5. Over under 54.5. Money line for the Buckeyes minus 50,000. For Rutgers is plus 3,500. Wow. Of course, the leading stat getters for Rutgers, Kyle McManus, former Minnesota quarterback, if I remember correctly, 203 of 326 passes. Damn. So 203 completions on 326 attempts, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 2,705 yards. Compared to Julian, who's 226 of 282, 25 touchdowns, 4 picks for 2,675 yards. Okay, they're doing Marcus Mariota on College Game Day, Mizzou and Oklahoma. That should be a good game. Raymond leads the way for Rutgers on the ground, 200 carries, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. And then Bo Jackson, 110 carries, 725 yards, 3 touchdowns. And remember, he really wasn't getting carries to start the year. He was running back 3. And now here we are. Season's almost over. And he's running back 1. That's the crazy thing about this sport. But yeah, hopefully we see him, break one and get a big touchdown today. That'd be great. Through the air, KJ Duff, 53 receptions, 6 touchdowns, 923 yards. Jeremiah Smith, of course, not playing tonight or today, whatever. 69 receptions, 10 touchdowns, 902 yards. I know what Jeremiah is doing. I know exactly what he's doing. Oh my God. He's making sure he doesn't catch another pass, so he'll have that reception total all year, the rest of the regular season. I swear to God, if he doesn't play next week, that's what he's doing. He's not slick. He is not slick. 69 receptions. That's funny. But yeah, 10 touchdowns, 902 receiving yards. In terms of sack leaders, it's Weaver with 2.5 for Rutgers. Perry still leads the way. for the Buckeyes with 7. Lad leads the Scarlet Knights with 59 tackles. Arvel Reese is 1 tackle behind at 58. Wow. And also, if you're really curious as to who's like behind Curry, because it feels like Curry's been leading the team in sacks all year. And I think he has. Again, for the Big Ten conference standings, Indiana off this week. Ohio State, obviously, playing. USC and Oregon face off. The team up north has Maryland. Iowa's, I don't even know who Iowa plays this week. And then you got Washington, Minnesota. Yeah, they're all done for in terms of the conference. It's really a 5-team race. Yeah. Indiana, Ohio State, USC, Oregon, and team up north. USC and Oregon face off. Indiana's off, and the team up north has Maryland. So, going to be a fun 2 weeks. Big 12 standings look as chaotic as as the Big 10 standings. Okay, can we get out of Cincinnati? Is that Cincinnati? Oh, they're just now making their picks. Are we serious? Fox needs to get serious, bro. Fox needs to get serious. All right, so let's talk about Ohio State's stat leaders in terms of sacks, because I'm actually curious who's like top 5 in sacks. Okay, so we go to the stats section. All right, in terms of sacks, oh, Murray has 7. Arvel Reese has 6.5. So with a sack today, which could very well happen, he'll pass Curry for the team lead in sacks. Kenyatta Jackson is in third with 4.5. Caden McDonald has 3. And then there are 4 players with 1 sack apiece. Bo Atkinson, Zion Grady, a freshman who barely plays, Jermaine Matthews, a corner, and Edric Houston. And then in terms of interceptions, I know we don't have that many interceptions this year. We've been kind of light on the interceptions. Only 4 players have interceptions. Jermaine and Caleb have 2 apiece. Sonny and Peyton Pierce have 1. And Peyton, he hasn't had a pick since that Illinois game, I believe. Yeah. And then, if you want to know about forced fumbles, Aiden McDonald has 2. Sonny Styles, Riley Pettijohn, Jermaine Matthews, Edric Houston, and Bryce West all have 1 forced fumble. And we even have a fumble return touchdown from Riley, of course. So he has that for a freshman. That's not bad. To be a freshman, you barely play, and you got a fumble return touchdown? Pretty impressive. There's the Buckeyes coming out on their field. The final time at the shoe? Potentially. Can't really say for sure because you never know with the landscape of things. Again, you don't want to, say something and then have something else happen. All right, well, Chris rocking the all whites today. You know what? Wondering what kind of helmet combo they were going to have. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun here. While we wait, let's do this. Do a little change up. What's going on? What's up, OGT? Most hated NFL team. What the heck is that name? Oh my god, don't let Dashy see that name, bro. Oh, it's one of Dashy's trolls. Oh boy. Oh brother. Alright. Oh, that's funny. This really went downhill. Yes, it did. It did. Most hidden NFL team? It's obvious. Steelers. Oh, let's go Bucks, baby. Let's get this thing going. But if you're just tuning in and you haven't heard, there will be no Cornell Tate, obviously, and no Jeremiah Smith, which is a bummer because I was really looking forward to Jeremiah and them going out there and cooking today. But alas, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lose my mind over it. I just want them to be ready to go for next week. I mean, you're facing Rutgers, so it's like, oh no, it's Rutgers. Whatever shall we do? Oh no. I'm not freaking spazzing out over not playing them against Rutgers. All right. Taft. Oh, hello, Jenny. Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Jenny, baby. All right, I'm doing a little audible on the scoreboard, guys. Hang on. Gotta fix a little something up here. What? Yes, I will. Oh, boy. There we go. All right. This should be good enough, I think. Okay, there's that. Want to see something cool, guys? Watch this. So you see the scoreboard, right? Well, bang. Switched up on it. Hell yeah, I switched up on it. Got him. I think I got to make the helmet a little bit bigger, though. Just a tad. It's better. Okay. So this is the 11th all-time meeting. Obviously, these two teams have never met prior to Rutgers joining the Big Ten. And Ohio State has never lost. Undefeated. Never lost. All right, there we go. That's better. I decided to have the scoreboard match with the helmet that they're wearing. A&M's already winning 7-0. Oh my god, bro. That's Samford, though. Let me guess. Kick return touchdown? It's in Samford. I don't want to hear it. Clippers are planning. Oh, yeah. First freaking oh. Kawhi Leonard's coming back against us next week, of course. Oh, Ashton Bethel Roman on a receipt. Wow. All right. A fun day of ball. Let's get it. Let's see who will start off with it. Scout away. There's the shoe going, Nuthouse going nuts. And the Rutgers Scarlet Knights will start off with the ball. And kick is away. And for the final time, and possibly well, it will be the final time in the regular season, we're underway from the horseshoe. Don't put that evil out there, Fox. Come on. 270.5 pass yards per game, second most in the Big Ten for Ethan Kaliakmanis, former Minnesota quarterback. Don't put that evil out there. Don't you dare. That's funny, OGT. That's funny. First and 10 for Kaliakmanis and the Knights. Shotgun running back to his right. Back to pass. And they dump it off for relatively no gain. That's Curry on the tackle. Got a freaking D lineman making a tackle out wide. Needham, Felter, Zelinskis, Asamoah, and White up front. And then Raymond, the running back, Strong, Sheffield, Duff, and Fletcher. Backs and receivers. 2nd and 10. Shotgun for Calic Manis. And they're going to run. He gets about a yard. That's Tywone Malone. My boy Tywone with the tackle. Curry, Malone, McDonald, and Jackson up front. Styles and Reese at linebacker. And they're getting quick here. Throws. And it's incomplete. Trying to go against Devin Sanchez. 4th down. See, I like that from Devin. Yeah. Rep already than Devin had last week, for sure. I mean, it's, end of the game. Who really cares? But, yeah. Big rep for Devin. Stuck with his receiver and big stop. 4th down. Punt coming up. Interesting formation on this punt here. And here's the punt. Watch out. And his fair catches it. Now we're going to see Julian Sayin and the Buckeyes. 17 passing touchdowns, 1 interception against Big Ten opponents this season. He threw a pick against Grambling. I think he threw one. Who else did he throw one against? I knew he threw one against Purdue. I mean, the other 3 were against non-con teams. Yeah. All right. Sayin going shotgun, running back behind him. And they stuff him. Wow. Yeah, with no Jeremiah or Tate, they're just going to be like, make them beat us on the ground. Or make them beat us through the air, I guess. Sirveld, Montgomery, Hensman, Shabola, and Daniels up front. With Jackson, Ennis, Adolph, Graham, and Claire, the backs and receivers. There's Jeremiah. Got to take full precaution with their injuries. You don't want them to freaking aggravate it and then they're cooked for the year. Hands it off again. And he's going to break it out wide. Breaks the tackle. 1st down and a little bit more after. Yeah, Purdue in the end zone because he threw it right to the defender in that game. To this day, I still wonder, what was he seeing? What did he see there? What was Buddy looking at? 1st and 10. Bo Jackson in the backfield. Hands it off again. I will say, if Julian still cooks through the air without Tate and Smith, that'll just boost his agenda for the Heisman. Weaver and Goy. Okay, who cares up front? Jabome and right at linebacker with Masco. Oh my God, they go through these graphics quick as hell. I can barely even read it. Who cares? Throws wide open. It's Claire. About 3rd and 4 coming up. With the freaking graphic. Not like I wanted to see who the heck was on Rutgers' defense. That's okay, Fox. I wasn't trying to read who was on their defense anyway. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, we got a freaking spammer? Didn't even notice the spammer was in here. 3rd and 4. Claire motions. Back to pass. Throws. There's Claire. And he goes down. Don't hurt yourself. Gets the 1st down. And he plants himself at the past the 50. Dude, David Adolph. Like, who the hell is that? He's like a 4th string receiver. Damn. Yeah, Adolph was running his route and the dude ran into him. Oh, this is not an illegal pick move. No, because he's running a route. A natural pick move. Yep. 1st and 10. at the 49 of the Scarlet Knights. Hands it off to Jackson. Breaks the tackle. First down and a few extra yards to boot. Just shy of the 40. Elad on the tackle. Roll up, bro. What are you doing, dude? I swear, sometimes that dude doesn't know what he's doing up front. What the hell? Pounces it out wide. Jackson gonna cut inside. First down and more. I just want to see if CJ Donaldson plays. All right. Fuckers. Nobody knows any players. Come on, be nice. You're not wrong. 80.6 rush yards per game, second most by a freshman this season. That's actually insane. First and 10. Isaiah West gets a few yards. Why did I not know Isaiah West had dreads like that? He had him hit. I was like, I don't remember him having locks like that. Hey, I say, dude's a bowling ball and he's got the dreadlock energy. Okay. The longer the dreads, the more energy he get. With the pass. Throws on the cross. That's Claire. First down. They're just marching on down the field. I want to get Claire in the damn end zone. Damn it. He should have had more touchdowns than he has. He only has one, I think. Fake pitch. He had someone on a cross across the middle. But he went with the gimme with Claire, former Purdue tight end. Oh, now they got to do sub. Okay. Shotgun for saying. A pitch. He's going to have a lot of room in the end zone. He's at to the 1. There was a dude on the edge for Rutgers who was like that close to being offsides. That close. If you would have hit him with the hot, he would have gotten offsides easily. You see someone running up on the freaking line like that, that's when we go, hot. Go jump off sides and be like, ha, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha. First and goal. Hands it off, and he's not getting in. And Rutgers says they have the ball. Defense for because of fumble. Okay, guys. Oh, this offense is so stupid sometimes. Wow. That's the second time we've had our running back fumble. I know they preach ball security, but why are you running straight into the mob anyway? You bounce it out, you're walking in the end zone. Seven nothing Miami over Virginia Tech. 3-0 Mizzou. Oh, what are you doing? Hey guys, look, it's the rally cat. Wow, wow. Who's gonna win today, huh? You better say freaking Ohio State. I swear to God, if you don't, you're gonna go outside. You know that? You're the rally cat, aren't you? Yeah. I know you're like, I don't want to be up here. Put me down, damn it. Put me down. Okay. Stay safe now, okay? No funny business. Okay? Oh, damn cat. Oh. Classic. You know, you move the ball efficiently and then you poop it out. The case of feeding him too much and then he pukes it up. Hmm. The thing is, for Rutgers, they have the ball in their own territory, like at their own like 5, maybe even at their own 1. So Rutgers gets it back at their and deep in their oh no, is that their own 20? Okay, I thought they would have had the ball at their own like 1 or something because they fumbled at the 1. Unless they went into the end zone and they recovered it. No idea how they're at the 20 when we fumbled at the freaking 5. Uh, Alec Manis in the shotgun. Back to pass. No pressure, wide open, first down. Okay, so I see the D line is back to doing the whole just push thing. They're not even trying to get pressure. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're just essentially pushing like they're doing those sleds in during workouts. They're not even like trying to make any moves to get to the running, get to the quarterback or anything. No big deal. I mean, no. The ball might have bounced in the end. I'm just wondering because we fumbled at like the 3 or something. How were they at the 20? Ball must have rolled into the end zone and they fell on it or something. I don't know. It's my guess. 4th and 1. And he's like, "You're not going to do it. Hell no." I think that was Kenyatta Jackson they were showing. He's like, nah, you ain't going to do it. You ain't going to do it. You don't got the balls to do that. No, no, no. They got the nads to do that. Virginia Tech moved the ball. They're in the Miami 13 now. Wow. Be careful. Watch out for the fake punt. Knowing Shiano could pull it out. Whoa. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. The Blue Jackets face the Red Wings at 1 o'clock. Just love afternoon hockey games. All right. My God. Cincy style. Okay. There's a sign. There was a sign at Big Noon. BYU thinks a three-way is a sin. It's Skyline chili. Yeah. All right, I'll turn that off. Bronze would have, if they would have 100%, 1000% they jump in that spot. 1000% they jump there. So they're going for it still. Wow. They use a timeout and they're still going for it. Shotgun. Nope. What's he doing now? Watch out for a fake or something. Do like what the Ravens did. Nope. Didn't get it. Should have punted. Bums. You wasted a timeout and all that garbage just to get stuffed. McLean makes the stop. Buckeyes get it back. They did all that hoopla to go for it and get stuffed. What's that just to get stuffed? Uh so Buckeyes take it back. They should have punted. Now, please don't turn the ball over. Sometimes this team just, bleh. I like I said earlier, you're feeding him too much. He pukes it up, right? Commercial. I mean, you could say I was watching commercials and a football game happened. That's the way it always is with sports these days. Ow. Uh, Imagine how long the game would be if there wasn't so many damn commercials. I literally went to the West Virginia TCU game, obviously. The game was on ESPN Plus. It's not even like a nationally televised game like this one. We had like a 2.5 or so minute timeout break. Of course, when you're at the stadium, it's different because they're having a pretty much a college party in the stands, blasting music and you know getting the fans involved. But when you're watching the game here, it's annoying. Kind of the underdog, they need to be aggressive. Or of course, Sam Jurgens has been upgraded to the injured status for tomorrow. Or Cam Jurgens. Well, that's good for Eagles fans, I guess. Oh, okay, Buckeyes. How about we go out and put up 6 here? That'd be great. Man, putting up 6 in this spot would be awesome. Yeah, they went for it on 4th down and got stuffed. They went up to the line, did a little hut, trying to get us to jump, called timeout, went to the sideline, talked about it, still went for it, and got stuffed. Oh, yeah, look at the standings. Like I said, it's pretty much a 5-team race at this point. USC, team up north, of course, Oregon, Ohio State, and Indiana. Oregon, USC, winner of that game, essentially takes over the third spot. So Sayan back out there, shotgun with running back to his left, running a jet sweep. That's James Peoples. Gets a solid chunk on the jet sweep. It's funny though, James Peoples was looked at as like running back 1 or 2 when the season started. And now he's essentially running back 3 or even 4. Jackson's still in the backfield after the fumble. Just bad luck on his end. More pistol formation. Hands it off. Gets nothing. Dude, oh my God. Hey, Heartline, how about you, use them receivers a little bit, huh? Why are you running the ball so damn much? God. Never seen a receiver coach like refuse to utilize his guys. Especially when you don't have your top 2 targets. How about you get the other guys involved, huh? Get them going. Watch, this will be a run here. Although, no, I think they're going to pass it. Probably the tight end, though. Back to pass. Rolls to his right. And he runs. Yep. Feeble drive by the Ohio State offense. Feeble drive. Brian Hartline, what are you doing, bro? I got a high. Oh, now we got a flag. Ew. Got saved thanks to a penalty. That's on one of the corners. That's probably why he didn't throw it. Going against Adolph, and he's grabbing him like crazy. He didn't even let go the entire time Adolph was running the route. He just straight up mugged him. So that'll add on to the end of the run. And just like that, it's a first down. Buckeyes once again threatening. Won't just be a run because we all know that's what they do on first down. It's a run by Jackson into the end zone, touchdown. Yeah, Donaldson must not be playing because he would have been in that spot. Good to see Jackson getting what he deserves, getting those carries and scoring. Block. Ooh, that's Christian, I believe, with the block. And here's the first extra point of the day. Kick is up, and it's good. So Ohio State turns the turnover on downs into a touchdown. Laura Gordon and Jalen Johnson won't be activated this week. Tough. All right. Are you ready for the Sanders cult coming to their chat tomorrow? Oh man, I'm ready for it. I'm more than ready. Oh, I'm so ready. Joey Gallo trying to be a pitcher. Interesting. Like, imagine you're a pro baseball player, right? You spent pretty much your entire pro baseball career, even baseball career in general, high school, college, if you went to college, and then pretty much 90% of your main pro career. And he was a pretty good hitter in Texas. He leaves Texas and he just so that's tough. Now he's trying to be a pitcher. Do 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 do. All right, ready for kickoff. It'll go into it'll be short of the end zone. Fair caught. And Rutgers comes back out. Down 7-0. Okay, so yeah, Rutgers apparently recovered that fumble in the end zone, which resulted in a touchback. All right. McManus back out, running back to his right. Shotgun takes a snap. Play action. No pressure. There's a hold. I mean, blatant holding, but no call. And there's the flag afterwards. Oh, they're going to get strong for stepping out and then coming back in to touch it. Yeah. He went out of bounds and came back in, and he was the first one to touch it. And Yana Jackson was getting, I mean, freaking, he came back in and, yeah, that's tough. 2nd and 10. He was a hold right in front of the freaking ref. On it again. He's going to run it. No, he's going to pass it, and there's gain of 9. Again, nobody around, really. 3rd and 1. See Edric Houston and Caden McDonald with Curry and Jackson up front. That's a pretty fierce. And then, of course, there's Arvel Reese on the other side. Shotgun for Calic Menace. And the quarterback's going to keep it for the first down. Um, 2:21 to go in the first already. Wow. Shotgun for Manis. Pressure coming. Hit immediately. It's not going to be ruled a fumble, is it? No, it's incomplete. He barely had time to even catch the ball. Like he was just bringing it in and then bam, got hit. That's what you do, though. That's not necessarily Denzel Ward level of a hit, but that was a pretty good ass hit to knock the ball out and force the incompletion. That's Lorenzo Styles, the same guy that got the kick return touchdown last week. 2nd and 10. Throws it deep and overthrew his man, Davison Igbinosin on the coverage. 3rd down. He's playing the ball, so they're obviously not going to call PI on that. He's playing the ball, so, and the ball was overthrown anyway. There was no feasible way for him to catch that ball. Penalties 16 last year, 3 this year so far. Back to pass. Caught. Again, not really anybody around. They're playing kind of zone-ish, sagging off. Oh, come on, guys. Matthews on Duff up top. He's freaking sagging off. Damn. Giving him a free like 10 yards. Brown with a run of about 6 yards. Second and 5. Back to pass. Curry coming. Goes down. Curry. That's number 8 for him. Curry. Yeah, whenever Caden Curry does something, I always pull a roach. I'm like, Curry. Crazy. This dude barely played the last couple of years, and now he honestly has a chance at double-digit sacks. I don't think anybody's had double-digit sacks for us since Bosa's and Young left. I don't think JT or Jack had double digits in a year. Could be wrong. All right, so we go to the second quarter. Up 7-0. That was big time. Big time sack by Curry. Browns elevated Bailey Zappi to be the number 2 quarterback. Well, duh. Of course. The toy. Who else do they even have at quarterback? They have you know who, but he's not activated yet. Uh, let's actually have a little bit of fun. Let's see who led the team in sacks the last couple of years. The UVA. What is this? Oh, the person who took the lives of 3 UVA football players gets 5 life sentences. Damn. Talk about dropping the hammer on a fool, man. Shh. Man, there's throwing the book at somebody. That dude got the Bible thrown at him. Every single religious piece of literature and every book known to man just thrown at his face. Damn, but hey, you don't go doing that. Wow. 5 life sentences. Damn. Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry, 3 years ago. Life in prison following a week-long sentencing hearing in Charlottesville. Christopher Donnell Jones to the maximum allowable penalty of 5 life sentences, plus another 23 years for the murders of those 3 players. And the wounding of running back Mike Hollins and track athlete Marley Morgan. Dang. Opened fire on a charter bus after returning to campus following a class field trip to Washington, D.C. Possessed you to even think about doing that. I mean, damn. I guess those players were coming back from a class field trip, and he just decided, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna let it rip, and then now he's gonna be behind bars for a forever, forever. Let's go and bury him at the jail. Go and bury him at the jail. Oh, yeah, he was our defensive coordinator, Shiano. All right, Kalik Manis, big time third down here. Put in 11 after the sack. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's not going to get it. Yeah. You've got to be aware when Sonny Styles is lurking. You don't try to run around him because he'll level you. Down. They got some yards, but not enough. Not enough. It's not enough. All right. So they're 4th and 6. Are they actually going to go for it again here? No way, bro. 21-0 A&M. 14-3 Miami. They're actually going for it again on 4th and 6. Are they dumb? No, he's ballsy. That's what it is. Back to pass. Complete. Yeah, and a flag. Panthers like, what? Where? See much there. I, huh? He got penalized for just standing in front of the receiver. Okay, refs. Gotta love these guys, bailing them out. Bailing out Rutgers. What are we doing here, guys? Most questionable call of the day for the refs. Well, actually, a second, because remember, there was that holding that was his day in front of the ref. They didn't call it. What is the stat? Ohio State hasn't had a holding called on their opponent in like 2 years, something like that. Just don't call holdings on our opponents. Second and 6. Runs up to the line again. Shotgun. Back to pass. I was going to run it. Bouncing all around. Gets about 5. God, with all the time he spent in the backfield, you'd think someone would get back there and stop him. Damn. So yeah, 2018, Chase Young had 10.5 sacks. And a first down. Okay. All right. 2019, Chase Young had 16.5. 2020, obviously, the leader was Jonathan Cooper with 3.5. 2021, 5.5 for Garrett. Remember Haskell Garrett? Wow. First and 10. Rose. Hopped out. Yeah, it was incomplete. Same situation. Just ball just got popped out as he was catching it. It was off the hands. He never really had possession, but again, Styles pops it out. Said, "You're not catching that." 4.5 for Mike Hall. 2023, 6.5 for Sawyer. And then last year, well, JT had 12.5 sacks last year. Okay. I'm guessing that probably counts postseason. Oh, what was that? Up. Oh my God, Styles, you get trucked, bro. Get out of here. I think he hurt himself. Yeah, he's in a rough way. He's might have messed up his shoulder a little bit on that tackle. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right shoulder. Dead shoulder, I think. Yeah, that's tough. Big stinger, like right in the collarbone, shoulder area. Okay, well, Rutgers is moving the ball. Just randomly, the defense just, well, they actually would have had to stop, but they would have had to stop, but flag. Questionable call, of course. Ah, man. Certainly not the first time and won't be the last time that we get hit with that stuff. Even if he didn't get the first down via flag, credit to Greg Schiano for being the first coach I've seen to understand he needs to go for fourth downs against Ohio State if he's legitimately trying to win the game. Again, I said he's a tryhard, so he's going to pull out everything to try to win this game because he understands you can't do what other teams have tried to do and just pin us deep and try to use your defense because it's not going to work. Oh man, yeah, freaking Rutgers. Freaking Rutgers. So Caden Curry is 2 sacks shy of another double-digit sack season, which would be our second since the big three left. That being the Bosa brothers and Chase Young. All right, 3rd and 6. Come on, get off the field here. Throws for everybody. That was a funky looking throw. Sheffield was like, oh, look at this. And then he's like, oh, it went to his right side. So it's 4th down. And they're gonna do a field goal here. That drive went way longer than it should have. All that for a field goal. Now watch us block it. It's up and it's good. Oh, it barely snuck by the left upright. 7-3 Buckeyes. Okay. Really sad though. Look at all these high school kids, right? Their seasons are ending now. It's like the next time they put on a helmet and pads, we'll be playing in college. Like for instance, let's go through. Might actually do something like this at halftime. But real quick, because I know Mater Dei lost last night again to Centennial, so their season's done. It's crazy when you consider the fact that Caden Dixon Wyatt and Chris Henry Jr., the next time they play football, the next time they put on a helmet and pads, will be at Ohio State for spring practices. It's crazy to think about. That's so crazy how fast the season has gone. They've barely had the ball, actually. Rutgers is, like I predicted, low key being a bunch of tryhards. You know, they're playing keep away. Shiano isn't dumb. He coached at Ohio State. He knows how they roll. You can't rely on your defense to shut these guys down. You have to play keep away. That's how you beat the Buckeyes. You have to play keep away. He's already gone for it like on 4th down, I think, twice, I think it is. Yeah. First time he went for it was hilarious because, we had the quarterback up at the line, trying to get us a jump. He's like, hot, 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 hot. We didn't move. They called timeout. They go to the sideline, talk it over. They still go for it, and they still get stopped. Can't be doing stupid stuff. You can't be turning the ball over also on against us, which we're the only one that's turned the ball over. Legit. A fumble by Jackson as we were trying to score. So that's Lorenzo Styles. I guess the good thing is he is on the sideline. Had a little bit of like a shoulder stinger or something. So he's walking around on the sideline, which is good. He's not in the blue tent or anything. He doesn't have a sling on either. He just had a little stinger because it was an awkward hit to the ball carrier, but he did get trucked though. Here's the kick that will go out of bounds. Thank you. Ohio State will get it at the 35. Shion like, damn. Yeah, he tried to, I guess, maybe pin us deep or something. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Refs are helping Rutgers. Yeah, that PI call was a little. I don't know. I don't think a lot of crews call that. Shotgun for saying, hands it off and stuffed again. Yeah, guys. Maybe mix it up a bit. And Ennis. Again, no Smith or Tate today. Looks like we got 3 receivers. Snap, back to pass. Incomplete. Oh, yeah, of course. For saying, back to pass. Hot. Incomplete. Come on, you catch the damn ball. God, no wonder you don't play. Freaking loser ass bums. Why are we throwing it to David Adolf? Where's Mylan Graham at, huh? Freaking 6 string receivers. McGuire to punt it away. Here's the punt and fair caught at the 24. Oh my God. Freaking David Adolf. Ay, ay, ay. But like, is there a way we can get Caden and Chris Henry to Columbus like now? Uh, have it be like in hockey where, well, that's obviously from college to the pros. That's an interesting thing about hockey that's a lot of people probably don't even know about. When you draft a player in hockey, and like during the junior league, and they go to college, you still keep that player. It's not like baseball. That player can go to college and still be a member of your team. And then once the college season's done, he has the opportunity to sign and come to the pro team. All right. Shotgun for Kalik Manis. Breaks the tackle, gets about 9. Second and 2. Go. And he doesn't get it. Got about a yard. Third and 1. Fewest points per game allowed through 10 games. Ohio State 7.5. Since 1990, second behind 2011 Alabama, just tied with 2023 team up north, and then barely ahead of 2021 Georgia, and it was 2006 Ohio State. I think that's what it said. Third and 1. Throws it. Nope. Incomplete. Going for the big ball instead of just getting the first down. That's again being ballsy with it. Trying to take a risk. But good coverage. Yeah, he led the receiver a little too far. Yeah. He kind of bit on the play fake a little. So again, defense stands tall. Another punt. Watch out for the fake though. Forever to punt that. He legit took forever to punt that ball. Now, what would have happened if he's running with it, and then a dude comes from the side and bam, crushes him? I'm gonna punt it. I'm gonna punt it, and then dude just comes from the other side unblocked. Yeah, he'd regret doing that. I mean, you're, you don't want to risk it. Those are tough injuries to deal with. A calf tightness, and I'm guessing a ankle something or something like that for Jeremiah. Hands it off for about a yard. Yep, it's a tradition. Ohio State runs it on first down. I think almost every time. That's what they do. Sometimes I wonder if Brian Hartline's actually calling plays, or is he using like Ask Madden, or like doing something like that? Just going this one, that one. This one. Second and 9, 7-3 Buckeyes. Another run for another couple yards. That's CJ Donaldson, so he is active today. That's the first time I think we've seen him since 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Didn't play at all last week because he was hurt, but yeah. 3rd and 6. If you're at Rutgers, you're thinking it's probably Claire or Innes. Back to pass. Hot. That's David Adolph. I think I remember seeing David Adolph in that game against Missouri a couple years ago. Yeah, finally a receiver gets a catch. Wow. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Took him forever to throw the damn ball because nobody getting open because these receivers are low key bum bums. Got like, yeah, Brennan Innes and a bunch of dudes, bunch of nobodies. Almost got it strip sack too. Then these receivers got to help out Sand, dude. No wonder they don't play. No wonder they don't play. Back to pass. Dumps it off. This is Bo Jackson navigating around, gets a 1st down past the 25 to about the 29-yard line. 6:51 to go. Nice job setting up for the screen. And then Jackson uses his elusiveness to get the 1st down. And there's a Rutgers player down, so injury timeout. Oh man. Hmm. He got his 1st down. Now stop using it. I'm fine with Bryson Rogers and Brandon Innes because they're good. But David Adolph, why does that dude sound like someone that was a walk-on? That's finally getting his chance. Not using Mylan Graham, that's interesting too. Oh, Duluth trading. Uh, All right. Injury timeout right now, so we're just waiting on it. We're just waiting on it. David Adolf. And I was just waiting on it. Someone said, we got Adolf Hitler at wideout. That's wrong. Come on. Be nice. Come on now. Miss West was in the game at nickel with Lorenzo Styles in the medical tent, by the way. Playing Adolf over Mylan Graham, unless Mylan's just not, getting reps and he just isn't fit for it. But damn, get him on the field. You never know. Shotgun. What? Yeah, there goes Claire, wide open into the space, tripped up. Biggest, probably the reception for Claire all year. Wow. Oh, damn, someone got decked. I think that was Ennis. Nice catch by Claire. Saying. Shotgun. In just shy of the 30. Hands it off. It's Isaiah West, gets about nothing. Oh, man. I know, right? Come on now, be nice. Be nice. Don't insinuate him with that evil man from history. Come on now, be nice. I think he was a walk-on though, but still, like not playing Mylan Graham. What does that say about Mylan though? Senior day gimmick. Oh my god. Back to pass. Well, he would have had Ennis, but he did get to Ennis. I wish Ennis would have broken that tackle because he could have had a big gain. Throw right on the money. Third and 7. Snap to pass. And that's to Claire again. Gets about 2 yards shy. Brandon Ennis. Oh, they should have went to Ennis. He was open. Ennis, dude, he was wide as open. Look for Ennis. You would have had him. He's gonna watch that on film and be like, "Bro, I had him, bro." And they're gonna go for it on 4th and 2. Lincoln Keenholz is in at quarterback. We have whistles. Timeout. Buckeyes call timeout. Oh, you had him wide open. Yeah, he would have had him wide open. Oh. All right. 4th and 2 still. Ohio State now down to 2 timeouts, and they're going to still go for it. Yeah, they got the big guy formation. They're gonna run this crap. I know they're gonna spread everybody out. They got like four. They got 3 tight ends all out there. Complete. What kind of a formation was that? All that to do nothing with it. Threw the flag down. Wait, we might have been bailed out. Roughing the passer. And once again, we get bailed out with a penalty. Second time we've been bailed out, I guess. Oh, I was in crazy ugly. Well, yeah, that's kind of yeah. He shoved him all the way down. That's tough. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So Buckeyes still got it inside the 15. West showing the burst gets solid chunk. 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Didn't realize Isaiah West had that kind of burst to him. Damn. All right, kid. Hmm. 2nd and 5. Peoples. Hot. Touchdown. Brandon Ennis. About damn time he got one. Oh, that Rutgers player just got decked, bro. Back corner of the end zone. Are they going to show number 10 just getting absolutely decked? Just, oh. Wow. I think I don't know. They're not going to show that poor Rutgers player just got leveled as he was trying to walk by the. Extra point. Up and good. 14-3. Sorry, guys. I was too busy fawning over that freaking poor Rutgers defensive back just getting absolutely leveled after the play. Seemed like he did. I mean, I have to watch a replay of that whole thing. That was just like, ouch. Again, you can't give this Buckeye team any more chances because you're not going to do well against that. Got to be smart if you're Rutgers, and that the defensive end was not smart. Wow. 5-star receiver room: Tate, Ennis, Smith, Graham, and Porter. Now Quincy Porter's out; he's injured, I guess. Smith and Tate obviously are out. Ennis touchdown, and Mylan Graham's not playing. They're playing David Adolph over Mylan Graham. That's not something I'd want to remember. Into the end zone, touchback. 14-3. Yeah. I'm officially over Ryan Day's side quest to make this a competitive game to create adversity. Shotgun for Carlick Manis. Here's the run, and he'll get a first down. Ryan Day's side quest. That's classic. All right, 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Get some score updates for you. All right. Oh, 7-3 Oklahoma. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 28-0 A&M. No surprise. 21-6 SMU. 17-3 Miami over Virginia Tech. Georgia's about to add, looks like another touchdown or so against Charlotte. All right, let's get some of these other scores. That's it from the top 25 slate. 13-3 Oklahoma. Mateer to Gibson for the touchdown. So Chris Paul's retiring after this season, huh? Okay. Right then. All right. Rutgers has it. Another run gets stuffed. And it's even been a loss. Second down. Back to pass. throws, batted away by Igbenosin. You see Davison make him pay one time and get a pick or something. That'd be cool. Because again, there's a backstory to his history with Rutgers. He was, I believe, committed there, and then he switched up. Deep throw, nobody around. Oh, and did he catch that? Yes, he did. I said he's gonna get it. He's gonna get him, and he did. Literally, very next play. And there's PI. Oh my God, are you serious? So it won't even count because freaking Edric Houston. Wait till Davison hears about it. But what happened? What? Huh? Hands to the face on Houston. Freaking Edric Houston, dude. No reason why your hands got to be that high up on an O lineman, bro. Come on. Come on, man. No reason your hands got to be that damn high up. He slipped. Oh, what? Pass. And he goes down. There's like three dudes all in the area. Houston, Styles, and I think McDonald all got in there. Fourth down. Just going for it. Yeah. It's like, guys, you know they're going for it, right? Hey, bro, wake up, buddy. Huh? Huh? Daydreaming. Ah. Oh. Oh, Adam Fantilli scored. Let's go. And now they're gonna punt it. And there's the punt. It's a shank, kind of a. It was very short, inside the 20, and that's where Ohio State takes over. They're probably just gonna take a knee and go in. Turn for saying they're going to run it with, well, that goes nowhere for Peoples. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to do it. All right, halftime. 14-3 Buckeyes. Let's go over the stats from the first half. Okay. Here's a look at the stats for Rutgers. Yeah, Calic Manis, 6 of 13, 43 yards. That's 8. On the ground, 8 carries, 23 yards for Antoine Raymond. Sam Brown has 5 for 14, and Calic Manis has 4 for -4. Leading receiver is DT Sheffield with 2 catches, 18 yards. Kenny Fletcher has 2 for 13, and Duff has 1 for 12. And then defensively, no sacks or anything. On the other hand, Sand 9 for 12 for 95 yards and a touchdown. Bo Jackson, 11 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah West, 3 for 9 yards. Thought he would have had more than that. Peoples has 2 for 6, and then Donaldson 1 for 3 yards. Leading receiver is Max Clare with 4 receptions, 57 yards. Not surprising. Bo Jackson, 1 catch, 14 yards. Innes, 2 for 10 and a touchdown. Dolph has 1 for 9, and Christian has 1 for 5. And then 2 sacks, 1 from Caden Curry, and a half a sack for Sonny and Edric Houston. All right. Let's go back through some of these other games here. Does the coaching staff know this isn't the spring game? Well, they've been treating these last couple games like a bona fide preseason game. Chevrolet GMC is the #1 seller of GM vehicles in Southeast Ohio. Deals like this. Save up to $12. Chevrolet GMC, So other scores: 20-3, Miami leads. No surprise, Virginia Tech stinks. Oklahoma's up 14-3 over Mizzou. They're late in the first half. 31-0 A&M over Samford. No surprise there. Samford 1-10. And then 21-0 Georgia over Charlotte. Again, not surprising. Other scores: 21-13 Minnesota over Northwestern at halftime. SMU 21-6 over Louisville. Again, Miller Moss isn't playing today, so yeah, not a good spot for Louisville to be in. Wake Forest is all over Delaware, 35-7. 17-6 Iowa State over Kansas. Army leads Tulsa 22-14. James Madison and Wazoo tied at 3 late in the first quarter. 14-7 Baylor over Arizona. Just starting the second quarter. Dominion up 14-0 over Georgia Southern late in the first. And that's it for those games. And then just for lulz, let's see what's going on in the FCS. You know, FCS is season's winding down. They're getting close to their FCS tournament. Bryant and Stony Brook tied up at 21 at halftime. UAlbany leads Monmouth. Damn, imagine losing to a 1-10 team. Monmouth is 9-2. Okay? UAlbany is 1-10. Tell me why UAlbany leads 21-3 over Monmouth right now. That win for UAlbany came against Cornell. They've lost to Iowa. They got smacked by Iowa. Delaware State lost by 4. No, I'm sorry, 5. Lost by 5. Lost by 7 to something called New Haven. Beat up by New Hampshire. Smacked by Stony Brook. Crushed by Rhode Island. Lost to Villanova, respectively by 13. Smacked by William and Mary. Lost by 3 to Bryant. And they got smacked by Towson. I think this is actually the last game of the year, too. Yeah, this is the last game. And, you know, it's like going out like that. That's tough if you're freaking Monmouth. Ugh. That freaking UAlbany has a dude named. No way, bro. Do you have a dude named Uga? Jojo Uga. Okay. Wow. Good. Good. Okay. All right. That's enough. What other scores? 13-7 NC Central over Morgan State at halftime. West Carolina 24-3 over VMI. Brown and Dartmouth tied at 21 at halftime. Yale all over Harvard undefeated. Their undefeated streak is on the line as they're down 31-14 over against Yale, who's 7-2, by the way. Fordham over Merrimack, 19-13. Mercyhurst and Central Connecticut are tied at 21. Long Island leads Wagner 14-7. Lafayette over Lehigh 17-14. Campbell over Towson 17-7. God. 21-0 Rhode Island over Hampton. 10-0 New Hampshire over Maine. UT Martin over Tennessee Tech. Damn, Tennessee Tech lost last week and now they're getting beat by a 6-5 team. Damn. That's tough. Villanova over Sacred Heart 14-3. 7-0 William and Mary over Richmond. South Carolina State leads Delaware State 7-3. That's Deshaun Jackson's team, Delaware State. They're early in the second quarter. Arkansas Pine Bluff leads Alabama State 7-3. Southern Illinois over Illinois State 14-7. God, there's a ton of freaking games going on in the FCS right now. Holy crap. Wow. That is that's all the games I'm going through. That's like at least 24 plus games going on right now in the FCS. Wow. Are you excited for West Virginia, Texas Tech? Are you serious? I don't even want to think about what Texas Tech is going to do to West Virginia. It's going to be so bad. When they show the highlights, they're going to have to put a parental discretion advisory on them. Because we saw what Texas Tech did to BYU a couple weeks ago. And I saw West Virginia against TCU and hung tight with TCU. This is again the same team that beat Houston, beat Colorado. Whoop-de-doo. Texas Tech is a whole other animal. Texas Tech has discovered the glitch of infinite oil money. The oil money glitch. All right, let's take a look at NHL. Let's see how the Blue Jackets are doing. Oh, they're up 1-0 after one. Adam Fantilli with the goal. The goal. That's funny. Oh God. Dennis, my guy on Twitter, no ribs, no rice. Doubt he's watching, but hey, if you are. This is such a Browns thing to do, talking about Igbinosin. We're celebrating like he tossed the ball into the crowd, only to have Edric Houston get called for a freaking personal foul. Imagine Davidson like, huh? What happened? I thought we. Nah. Favorable outlook for the Guardians. So my guy Lamole on Twitter as well. Really cool Guardians fan. Tweeting about the payroll total possibly for next year. They would need to spend $32 million to reach their opening day payroll from a year ago. Again, because remember, they traded away Naylor and Jimenez, and they immediately allocated that money to Carlos Santana and Shane Bieber, to be fair. They gave him a nice extension. Now, it'll be interesting to see what the Guardians do after the non-tender deadline, because I will say there are some very appetizing names out there that we could potentially have interest in. One name that immediately jumps off the book, Luis Garcia. Power hitting right fielder, has an amazing arm on defense. He'd be better than what we already have. And it's like, oh, but you don't want to take, at bats away from DeLauder and those guys, right? Thing is, they can't stay healthy. Valera and DeLauder cannot stay healthy. So you want to have a good insurance policy just in case, God forbid, they freaking get hurt again. Not to mention, you're not going to play Valera and DeLauder 162 games. Now, Zach Meisel, who covers the Guardians, someone asked him about a potential lineup, like what he thinks the lineup could look like. Like if he could choose, what would he do? And the person I had a pretty good question, like I said. Zach Meisel responded, essentially the same lineup that we saw at the end of the season, but Brendan Donovan at second base. And then they add Austin Hayes as your depth punch bat. I wouldn't mind that, but if you replace Austin Hayes with like a Adolis Garcia, or even add that to Hayes, that would be that'd be cool. Of course, I was gonna make a video about it, but my luck when it comes to making videos talking about that stuff, it never goes well. They never go after the guys I want. Do a video on like some potential options, but I'm not gonna do anything crazy right now. I learned my lesson from years past. Spamming freaking target videos, guys that I would want to sign, because it's pretty clear they don't go after guys that I want. No. I'd be lucky to sign anybody. Oh, Western playing at Wrigley? Damn, Minnesota up 21-13 on Northwestern. All right. Mr. Krabs won't. Oh my God, Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs. Don't you know? Those are all the money that we have. Ah, damn. Pirates won't do anything either. It's funny because I've seen articles already this offseason that talked about the Pirates being interested in Kyle Schwarber and possibly Pete Alonso. But it's like, nah, they're just window shopping. They're like, oh, look at that. Nice. Look at that Pete Alonso. That's a nice Pete Alonso you got there, you know? That'd be nice in, in our lineup. That'd be fantastic. But, too expensive. Oh well. Pirates have half of that. I just think being a Guardians fan's tough. I can only imagine being a Pirates fan. Because much like the Guardians, the Pirates have an ace now in Skeens. And it's like, are they gonna waste his whole career? Knowing the Pirates? Probably. Unfortunately. Yeah. I'm sure they would. They would definitely embrace the Pirates. Look what they do with the Steelers and the Penguins. And I mean, I've seen the videos of the past, like in the early 2010s. The Pirates made that one wild card run. The game where they got owned by Schwarber. Ugh. Well, how about the game against the Reds? What was it, wild card game? Was it the wild card game? Or no? Against Cueto? And the fans are chanting, Cueto, 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 Cueto. And then Cueto dropped the ball, had to go pick it up. And then the next pitch, boom, over the wall in left field. All right, so we're getting ready for the third quarter. Buckeyes will start with the ball. See what kind of offense we get in this half. I mean, do they turn it up a little bit? Or are they going to continue to just go vanilla, bland, knowing what's coming up next week? I've seen Barry Bonds highlights and their stadium was filled. Of course, yeah. When they played at Three Rivers, their stadium was lit. They just haven't been able to actually get back into prominence. That fan base is what you'd call a sleeping giant. 175 total yards, 95 passing, 2 for 4 on third down, 1 turnover for us. For Rutgers, it's 76 total yards, 43 passing, 3 for 9 on third down, and 0 turnovers. Should have had one, but it was negated due to a freaking hands to the face. Rutgers trying to be bowl eligible for the third year in the last 6 or so. Ohio State starts the second half with the ball. Final half of football in the regular season at the shoe. Wow. That's a horrible kick. Short as heck, too. They're going to throw it, and then he throws it backwards. Oh my God, what an. Are we doing stupid stuff? What was that? Brandon, what was that, bro? Exactly was that? Let's get stupid. I know. Let's do something completely stupid. I'm pretty sure if Lorenzo wasn't hurt, he would have been out there. It might have worked, but no. I see what they're trying to do, but no. First and 10 for the Buckeyes in their own territory, inside their own 10. Hands it off. Runs over some dudes and gets near a first down. He'll get the first down. It was a gain of about 11 plus yards. Wow. I understand it was a short punt, or a short kick, but damn. But I know what he was trying to do. But yeah, it didn't work out. First and 10. Hands it off for nothing. Come on. It's what they always do in it. It's like, gee, I wonder what they're going to do on first down. They're going to run it because that's what they do. If you watch first down plays of every game, I bet you they run it 99.9% of the time. This might be our worst game since last year. Yeah, you'd probably say that. Overall, yeah. Second and 13. Pot. First down. That's David Adolph again. David Adolph getting receptions. Are we being serious right now? Shotgun for saying. Clear motions. Damn. Bo Jackson running people over. Gets about 7 yards. And I got another injured Rutgers player. Yeah, they're really going to David Adolph over friggin' Mylan Graham. That's crazy. So who the heck is What the hell? 98. The hell is 98 on Ohio State on offense? It wasn't Ethan, was it? Watching that replay of the Innis touchdown, that freaking Rutgers defender, number 10, Henderson, I think it is. Talk about, I guess maybe he thought that it was out of bounds. He got decked by a dude on offense. Must have been Ethan or something. It had to have been. Because the number, the jersey didn't have a name on it. So that must have been Ethan or something. Because who the heck would be on offense? Because they have to change numbers. Because you'd have two numbers on the two of the same numbers. So I'm only assuming that's who it is. No idea. But whoever it is, he completely decked that freaking Rutgers player. Oh my god. I wasn't seeing things. No, it's not because of senior day. That wasn't McDonald. I don't know who that was. Had to have been Ethan. Or no, someone said that was Justin Terry. That's true. It was Justin Terry because yeah, because they do that when you come in as an eligible player. Sometimes you have to change your number because you can't have two numbers on the field at the same time. I think that was Justin Terry, the transfer from West Virginia. Absolutely fucking that dude. Oh, imagine that, right? You're a Rutgers defender, right? You're a defensive back. You're thinking, oh, he's out of bounds. Boom, just get ran over. That'd be brutal. That's tough. Thing is, though, Justin Terry's wearing 65. So I don't know what the heck happened there, but okay. All right. Just past their own 40. Back to pass. Pot. That's clear again. Ball's out. But good awareness by Peoples to fall on it. Always hate, seeing players dive into traffic like that, man. Put it on film day here at the shoe. Good job by Peoples to jump on that ball. So it's first down, and there's a flag. Oh, talking about contact, I guess. All right. Ethan Posick? No. Ethan Onianwa. Ethan Posick's in the Browns. Why would he be playing for the Buckeyes? Uh-uh. Shotgun, hands it off, and West fights for about 4. Then Graham absence and Bryson Rogers minimal usage is crazy. That's Birmingham saying that. He's a freaking writer for Ohio State. Second and 6. Ooh, he must almost caught that. Took a hard hit too. Third and 6. He's feeling that one. That's keyhole. What the hell? I was gonna say, wow, that's not a very Saiyan-esque throw. Didn't even know Keenholz was in the game there. Why are we tossing Keenholz out there randomly? Yeah, let's just keep messing up our rhythm. 3rd and 6. Back to pass. Overthrown. Incomplete. So yeah, let's toss Keenholz out there for no reason. Now the punt. And they're going to field it at the 1. Nice. 42-yard punt. You hope the Guardians get some power hitters. I'm hoping that, Jason. I'm hoping that one day Dolan wakes up with a sudden itch to sign guys, spend some money. I mean, I actually read up on, I guess, his wealth. And he's a millionaire or billionaire, whatever. He's a billionaire. I guess, what do they call it? Liquid income? Like you can't spend it. It's a very weird situation with his $4 billion because he's wealthy. He's $4 billion to his name, but it's like he can't spend it. It's like, man, how the hell you buy a team with money you can't spend? What the hell? You bought a professional sports team, and then you decide not to improve said sports team. I guess we have Dan Gilbert, and Dan. He's a very, very aggressive spender. He'll throw money at dudes if I mean we've seen it when LeBron was here. I've talked about this at nauseum so many times. When LeBron was in Cleveland, Dan Gilbert made it a goal of his to keep this team competitive the entire time. He learned his lesson from the first time. Because the first time, granted, Dan barely owned the team when LeBron was here the first time. I think he had bought it a few years before LeBron left. So he really couldn't establish anything. But the second go around, completely different method. I mean, he was always signing good players, and yeah, he made sure to keep this team competitive. Wish the Dolans would get that itch. No. There's the Styles brothers. But they said their father actually played at Ohio State too. So inside their own 1 yard line. Shotgun. And yeah, let's play freaking 20 yards off the ball when they're at their own 1. Yeah, good idea. It's like, are you that scared? You're playing like 20, like 10 yards off? Now they're at their own 10. 2nd and 1. Stuffed. Jackson and company loss of at least a couple. Not Lone Malone amongst the swarm of defenders in there to make the stop. They're going to say no gain. There's get back to the line of scrimmage. Jackson and company in there on the tackle. The man eaters up front, man. They are doing their thing. Love that. Nope, he's going to fight. He'll get the first down. Early, but he had to fight tooth and nail for it. I mean, he had to put all of his might into that one. Looks like we were going to stop him, too. Just really couldn't get a firm grip on him to bring him back. He slipped a couple tackles and got the first down. First down. And they'll get about a yard. Nothing much else after that. Hayes is trying to get out of there instead of putting on a show. Yeah. Yep. 3 to go in the third. Look how far off Matthews is playing off this receiver. Back to pass. Curry's coming. Dude, what the hell was that play by Curry, though? If he got the ball, did or no? I can't tell if he has it or not. I know he got the ball. I know the ball came out. Just knocks the ball out. Okay, so he got the ball, but I think he was about at the 1 yard line. Curry. Oh, yeah. Funky looking play by Curry, Bo. Curry Bo. Curry Bo. Lombardi Award semifinalists. Buckeyes will get it at the 1. That's Donaldson gets stuffed. Classic. He almost scored too. That's just for like 50 miles over everyone's head. Nothing's ever easy with this team. They always do this. And then there's a holding. Always doing the stupid stuff. Always. Can't help themselves. Oh. And 98's out there. Is that only Iowa? No, that's heck, that must be Justin Terry. Because only Anwa's 78. He's out there. That has to be Justin Terry, unless it's someone completely new, like a walk-on or something. I have no idea, but that has to be Justin Terry then, which makes no sense because he's 65. Second and goal. My God, what are we doing, you bums? I'm going to end up getting only a field goal here. My God. Get a strip sack at the one, but they got to pull the Browns. Got to pull the Browns, right? Hold on. Wow. Third and goal. Back to pass. Open. Touchdown. Next Claire. Finally got in the end zone. About time. They didn't even bother covering him. I don't know what the freaking corner was doing against him. Oh, I see. They kind of went different spot, leaving Claire wide open. It's up and good. 21-3 Buckeyes. Very strip sack was dope though. He scored too. Holy my. This is a very bizarre game. Kick is away. Deep in the end zone for a touchback. All right. There's Alval Reese at their own 25. Caddick Manis and the gun running back to his left. They're going to run it. And she's off one tackler. He'll get about a yard. There's Caleb Downs. It's crazy. This is his final game in the shoe for the regular season, of course. Second down and 9. So they gave him a yard. Back to pass. Pressure coming out of. Oh, damn. Yeah, I had to throw that away. Was that Caden McDonald just. Or was that Edric that just blasted through the line? Out of nowhere. My God. Jason Wade and Teddy Lemon, 2003 Oklahoma. Only teammates to win the Heisman and Bednarik in the same season. Wow. All right. Alec Manis in the gun again. Running back to his left. 3rd and 9. And he missed his guy completely. 4th down. Yeah, that was a big time miscommunication. Didn't end up in anything serious, just an incomplete pass. So here's a punt coming up. Punts away. Sure, kicking. It's right on the 30. Buckeyes take over. I don't think Jason White ever got drafted. I don't think so. I don't remember hearing about him. We're talking 2003 Oklahoma. Hmm. Alrighty. Well, I guess they tied it up and then we got it. We got the lead again. Miles Wood. Miles Wood. Miles Wood. Just feels weird to have the Blue Jackets playing at 1 o'clock. 2-1 Blue Jackets. They had a power play, but didn't do anything with it. Okay. Miles Wood. Miles Wood. Really Coyle and Miles Wood actually contributing to the Blue Jackets is a nice little story because we acquired them in the offseason. A lot of people were like, why? I guess that's why. This is weird seeing Charlie Coyle on the Blue Jackets because he was a Bruin for so long, and he had, I think, one of the big goals against the Blue Jackets in that playoff series. Not his word. I think he's one of the faster players. Oh, and there's Bert Kreischer. Gotta have the shirt off. I rarely ever see Bert Kreischer with his shirt on. He's a comedian. Yeah. Bert Conquers, I think, was a show that he used to have where he would do like some ridiculous things. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Hands it off. Good blocking. Finds a hole. Almost could have been sprung for possibly a touchdown with how quick he is. Gets the first down, though. Bo Jackson. But it's just puzzling to me how no Mylan Graham. Yeah, it's very puzzling. Here's Jackson again. Gets, oh, watch out. It's a rough hit. You get about a few yards. TCU and Houston coming up next on Fox. Oregon USC, that's probably going to be the game I watch after this one's done. 5 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, it's Bryson Rogers up top. Still no but that's Claire to the 40. There's a guy. Damn, Max. Okay, now you're getting bold, buddy. You're getting bold now. Over here hurdling a dude. Damn. He tried to. He really tried it. Am I going to watch Zootopia too? Maybe. 105 receiving yards for Claire today on 7 receptions and a touchdown. I knew he was going to feast with no Smith or Tate. He was my impact player on offense for this game. Yeah. Like to pass. Throws. Trying to go to Mylan Graham. Finally get a Mylan Graham appearance. There's Carnell and Jeremiah. 2nd and 10. Hands it off for about a yard. Can't resist doing that, huh? There's Jeremiah. Again, we're just being extremely cautious. You see Rogers up top. I don't know if Graham's out there or not right now. He might be. Especially because Innes, I think, got banged up. So, yeah. Throws. Oh, he's being held back. There's a flag. Yeah. Bryson had to go back for the ball, and cornerback was interfering with him. God, what's up with these passes? I'm thinking maybe Bryson went a little too deep on his route. That's Henderson. So Melvin Graham is out there, I think, because of Innes. Oh, no, Innes is out there too. Wow. Interesting. Okay. I want to see Mylan get a touchdown. That'd be cool for him. Hands it off, and he'll get about a yard. Okay. Damn. All right, 2:40 and counting here in the third quarter, 2nd and 9. Here's a pitch to Jackson, and he will get to the end zone for the touchdown. His second touchdown of the game. And the Buckeyes are starting to get a little bit of distance now. Oh my God. Kick is up and good. 28-3 Buckeyes. Wow. FBS average 133 plays per game. We're at 119. 123, 131, 134, 140. Above game difference. Plus 58, plus 149, plus 190, plus 233. Because we're just pacing ourselves. Essentially, Ohio State's running on like third gear. They're not going balls to the wall. Another kick coming up. I already see a lot of the kids have already left the student section. They're probably going to go enjoy their day. Kicks away. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. It's a handoff, goes nowhere. Be right back, guys. Downs with a sack. Wow. Downs just came right up the middle and blew up Kelly Manis. Man. Bednarik Award, Lot Impact Trophy, Thorpe Award, Walter Camp Player of the Year, Nagurski Award. That's all the awards that Caleb Downs can win this year. Back to pass. Complete. Fourth down. 104 to go in the third. I gotta be like, I don't want to again jump the gun, because I'm saying like, oh, this is the last home game of the regular season, which it is. But I can't say overall because you never know. Here's the ooh, watch out. That punt method's kind of flawed. Because again, I mean, the longer this punter takes to punt the ball, someone could come up from the other side unblocked and just win it. Caleb Downs. It's showing out in their final game at the shoe for the regular season on senior day. Terry and Downs both making plays. Davison almost had an interception, but Edric got a little too handsy. I guess Edric would be the one to get handsy on that play. Under center, saying, I think it's saying. Oh, it's Keenholz. I hear putting Keenholz out there randomly. Like, okay. I don't really want to talk about next year, but like, because next year Sayan's going to be the quarterback again. Duh. Sayan's probably going to have what? Another year or so of being a quarterback here? You think he's a red shirt, right? So I think by the end of it all, Tavian will probably have like 1 year as our quarterback. A keeper for Keenholz gets a first down and tumbles over. So that's it for Keenholz now. Sayan returns to the field. Hmm. Ohio State needs to hit the portal next year at receiver. Eh, nah, I don't. I'm not gonna say that. People are freaking out. Quincy Porter's hurt. Kind of surprised we haven't even seen. Was it Desi Jones? But he's out. I think he's hurt. He hasn't played all year. Might be redshirting. Let me see exactly what our team has in terms of like red shirts and stuff. Because you can already tell like who's redshirting based off the fact that they haven't played really all year. Yeah. Hmm. I don't think we need a hit receiver. No. If they're going to go portaling for anything, it's going to be defensive line, maybe secondary players. But you don't really want to rely too heavily on freshmen unless they are that dude. Which we have a couple straight dogs coming in this upcoming class as of right now, unless they flippity do on us. Flippity dip, jump the ship. Flippity dip, jumping ship. So Tavian's a freshman. They don't even have Desi Jones on here, so I don't even think he's. I think he's redshirting this year because I think he just came in this upcoming from last year's class. So I don't know what he's doing. He might legit be hurt though. Desi Jones and Deshaun Stewart, two players that came in literally one day after another from the same school in Jersey. Oh well, we're arresting everyone for next week. Yeah, I have no problem with that. It's just like, man, we'd be so cooked if those guys were out, like legit long term. But next year we'll be fine because you'll have another, elite unit of receivers coming in. Fear factor, huh? Johnny Knoxville? Sheesh. Of course, I'll be live tomorrow for Browns and Raiders 4:05 kickoff. Shador Sanders making his first start. -6 yards in the third quarter for Rutgers. We in the fourth quarter now? Yep, we are. Okay. Figured that's what it was. Handoff to West. Gets really nothing. There's one thing Ohio State loves to do. It's run on first down. Ah, my nose is itching again. Damn it. Fine. 2nd and 10. Keen holes in at quarterback. Keen holes running around the edge. Oh, look at this gain. Wow. Ah, Lincoln, you lost the ball. Oh, no, they're saying he was down. They're saying he was down. Yeah. We just came in and said he was down. Yep. Look at that run by Keen holes, though. Damn. Okay, Lincoln. Got to hold on to the ball. 11 rushes, 66 yards this season, 2 touchdowns. I guess that's a way to keep an opponent on their toes. Kind of reminds me of what's his face, Orgy at Team Up North a couple years ago. Here's a handoff. And oh, he's in space. Isaiah West inside the 10. That's the other freshman running back. He holds back in at quarterback. Man, they just keep on switching. They're going to call timeout here. They don't know what the heck they're doing. No, no timeout. Okay. All right, here we go. Going empty backfield. This is going to be a QB keeper. I haven't seen him throwing it. But that's what they want you to think. Snap. What are you doing, Lincoln? To nobody. It's wasting ass play calls. Oh, I got to run backwards. Yeah, let's put Lincoln Keynoles in and have him throw to nobody. Okay. Stop switching up quarterbacks every 2 plays, Ryan. Come on. Just. God, what the heck are we doing? Let's just keep switching up quarterbacks every 2 plays. Under center. Hands it off. And Donaldson is near the end zone. They're going to say, is it the 1, I believe? Oh, there's a flag. Of course there's a flag. He's grabbing face mask. There. Oh, no, right there, yeah. What are we doing, guys? Oh, Daniel. What are these losers doing? Why are you blocking someone after the play's already over, you bum? Ball might have crossed the plane. Jump. All right, so it's a touchdown. You knew CJ had to get one, but Philip Daniels being a dummy. They'll ensue it on a kickoff, I think. 34-3. 42nd career rushing touchdown, second most among active players. Kick is up and good. 35-3. You knew he was going to get one at some point. Oh. Get some score updates. 124 yards, 2 tutties, and a reception for Bo Jackson today. Beautiful ball from him. That's what you need, though. Let's take a look at some scores from around the country. Around the country. 41-0 A&M, no surprise. Louisville getting smacked 31-6 by SMU. Are we really shocked? Kinda, yeah. 17-6 OU over Mizzou in the fourth. They're just about to get started with the fourth quarter there. Miami over Virginia Tech 27-10 now. And that's pretty much it for the top 25. Damn. Decleater. Damn. Alabama up over Eastern Illinois 21-0. Not surprising. Other scores. Oh, yeah, it's 47-0 A&M now. Minnesota Northwestern tied at 35. That game's actually been pretty entertaining, it seems like. Short kick. This will be returned. Oh, and he gets blown. Oh, he almost got blown up by Scott. Not a bad return. And Rutgers will take over. Wake Forest beating Delaware 52-14. Not surprising. Army beating Tulsa 25-17. Tulsa just scored, though. So it's 25-23. Wazoo up 17-10 over James Madison. Wazoo's trying to achieve bowl eligibility. Same thing with Baylor. They're up over Arizona at half, 17-14. Mercer and Auburn are tied at 14. What the heck? We're in the second quarter, but still. How the heck are you giving up 14 points to Mercer? Kennesaw State's up 14-3. Toledo up 14-0. That's it. Come on, Caden. Oh, there's Zion Grady out there. A lot of the backups playing now. By action. First down. Yeah, they got a lot of backups in the game now. 40 to go. There's Caden Curry. He has 2 sacks today, including a strip sack, and he damn near scored. Trying to see who else is out there. You got Edric, you got Curry, Zion. 17, right? I'm sorry, fam. I'm not familiar with 17. Is that let me see here. First then, here's a handoff. Gets about 8. But yeah, Will Smith is out there, of course. Yeah. 17. What the hell is a 17? There's Riley Pettijohn, number 20. Another one of the very talented freshmen. 2nd and 2. Inside the 30. Well, that's TJ Alford. Yeah, I didn't recognize him because. And there's Pettijohn, speaking of which, and Houston with the stop. Yeah, that's TJ Alford. I'm not used to seeing him out there. It's like 17. Oh, it's TJ Alford, the other linebacker from Florida. 91 is Jarquez Carter. I'm not sure if we're going to see him really. We might see him pop in here and there. There's Zion Grady playing in the middle. Ooh, that's interesting. Start at 3. Oh, kept it. Oh, I was like, wait, what the heck? They just let the guy run across, but no, quarterback kept it. Yeah, number 52 is Josh Mickens. Not sure if we're going to see him really. Nah, Rutgers try hard. That's the way. It's just the way Shiano is. You know, he's a try hard player. It doesn't matter how big the odds are against him. That team's going to try. They ain't going to roll over. Yeah, they're getting smacked, but they're going to still play hard. It's just tough playing Ohio State because you got to play like a near perfect game against us. You make one mistake and you're done. Slade Ciccone doing some workouts. Okay, getting yoked, man. Second and 6, 7:24 to go in the game. The pass, throws, knocked, and there's a flag on Matthews. God, I guess this ref is like he's very trigger happy with that flag because there wasn't anything going on there. He was playing the ball. I've seen way worse. First and goal at the 5. Oh, Atkinson off the edge. Second and goal to the 2. Oh my goodness. Touchdown Rutgers. Yeah, getting helped by the refs. Matthews has been targeted twice with 2 bad penalties. I don't know what you expect Matthews to do though. He's trying to play the ball. He's watching the ball, not impeding his way to catch it. But no, this ref's like, they're going for 2. Off by Devin Sanchez. Said, now screw your freaking 2-point conversion, you bum. Oh, man. I'm not sure what they expected friggin' Matthews to do. It's a 9. So on Monday Night Raw, they're doing a men's War Games advantage match, 5-on-5 tag team. Which, yeah, the winner gets the advantage heading into that War Games match. Personally, I hope again this is the last year of the War Games, and they go back to the elimination style because that was a fun little method that they do. A UAB football player stabbed two of his teammates Saturday morning at the football facility. Hey, hell, brother! Hey, yo! I mean, dang, stabbing him? You know, freaking Mike Myers. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we going Michael Myers on your teammates, bruh? CTE alert. Messed up. Damn. How did that dude even get a knife in the friggin' facility? Unless he took one from the cafeteria or something. Dummy. Dummy. It'll be 35-9. Buckeyes up comfortably, of course. Knowing Ryan Day, he's gonna go try hard mode and try to add more points. Another kick. It's a shorter one. Fair caught by Ennis. And now Ohio State gets the ball back, and we'll see what they do on this drive. 6:43 to go in the game. Back, guys. All right. So we are back. Rodney Rogers passed away. Oh, hmm. Wow. That's sad. Hmm. Slowly but surely, Def Rebel slop is leaving our screen. Yep, it's beautiful. Win national title, win Big Ten championship, beat the team up north. Yeah, 35-9, Buckeyes lead. Shotgun running back in the backfield. Keen holes, hands it off to West. Gets about 4. Okay. There's a catch by Thurman. Wow. Jelani Thurman with a rare catch. 5:48 to go and counting. Hoosiers are off. Ducks play USC. And then Team Up North has Maryland. Illinois has Wisconsin. That's what the Big Ten standings look like and who they got to face. Next week, Indiana has Purdue. Oregon faces Washington. USC has UCLA. I think Illinois faces Northwestern, I'm pretty sure. Houston 10. Hands it off to West. Gets past midfield. Second and 7. Keenhol's still in there. I think they're just going to keep him in there long term now. Enough in and out, in and out. Hands it off. Damn, Peoples. 40, 30. There he goes. 10, 5, touchdown. That's the James Peoples that we wanted to see all along. Forty-one to 9. That's blocked by who's that? Roberts. Oh, Sports Fury is doing Oregon and USC. Okay. Wow. Pick is up and it is good. 42 to 9. Buckeyes lead. You know, I gotta pop in their stream one time. I'm like, what's this? A TSF college football stream? Wow. They're probably watching the end of our game because our game's on before theirs. Oh no, that's on CBS. Yeah. If I had more people in here, I'd be like, yeah, let's go raid them. But now there's like nobody in here. Ah. Har, 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 har. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. Ah, you love that. Oh, you love it. We've seen three different running backs all score touchdowns today. Wow. All right, 42-9. Yep. Ooh, kicks away and into the end zone. Okay. 4:17 to go. 4:17. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. Ha 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 ha. First and 10. Hands it off, and it gets about 4. Second and 7. And here's a run for first down. I don't know if we're going to get the ball back. We're worried with our two best offensive players out today. Yeah, I mean, we have good depth. That's not a problem. It's how we use the depth. They've been they've been pretty good. Running backs getting a lot of touches. Only thing that kind of concerns me is our depth at receiver. Well, Max Clear got in the end zone today. That's pretty cool. First and 10. I figured without Jeremiah and Carnell, they would feature heavy Max Clare. I think this is probably the best game that Max Clare has had since coming here to Columbus. Second and 6. And they'll get about a yard. Yeah, 2 minutes to go. Ohio State's not going to get the ball back. 2 minutes left in the game. Okay. David Jacobs was at the game today, so that's cool. 5-star edge rusher for the 2027 class. Rutgers going to be 5-6 on the season, staring down bowl eligibility. It's all going to come down to beating your rival next week, Penn State. Which, again, Penn State record sucks, but they have a top tier roster. Legit. Because you look at their record, think, oh, they must stink. Well, you look at their roster, and it's like, oh, okay. Drew Aller got hurt, but that's about the biggest impact. The defense also has struggled, which, considering that they, took Jim Knowles and their fans apparently didn't believe in the fact that it takes multiple years for his defense to really settle in. Well, now they know. I don't even know if Jim Knowles is even going to be there next year. I guess as the new coach is probably going to keep the staff, but that'd be tough if they don't. Jim Knowles should go to like freaking Colorado or something. Nah, he ain't gonna do that. Oklahoma State would be cool for him. Go back there. New quarterback, I guess, for the for Rutgers. I guess hands it off, and he won't get the first down. Fourth down, 151 to go. There's Julian. Overall, a really good game considering the circumstances. Missing your top two receivers, but this offense is so good they have weapons everywhere else. There's Tavian St. Clair, the number 3 quarterback. We saying Heisman. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 2. God. And he won't get it. First down, Buckeyes. Buckeyes take over. Yeah, it's going to be a long week ahead. And everyone's going to be focusing solely on. That's Jason Moore. Wow. Haven't seen him at all. Guys, 7.6 points per game allowed this season. Second fewest by any team through 11 games. Only behind 2021 Georgia. Damn. Hayden Curry with 2 sacks. Hmm. That's funny. All right, so they're just going to take a couple knees, I'm guessing here, and 9th straight game allowing fewer than 100 rush yards. The ties 1998 school record. I hate how they put all the stats at the very bottom of the screen. Gotta go like peak. I gotta go like freaking giraffe neck to read it all. Damn near gotta stand up to read it. And they're gonna take another knee, and that will do it. Ohio State wraps up the home portion of their 2025 schedule with another dominant win as they beat Rutgers 42-9, and they continue that little streak I talked about in my preview video where they scored 40 plus points in every freaking game against Rutgers. Damn near. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one, and I'm gonna turn the station. All right, so I'm gonna get this video done and work on my recap video, and then it's all the rivalry week. Be live tomorrow for Browns and Raiders. 405 kick. So I'll be live around 350-ish. Okay? All right. With that being said, Buckeyes are 11-0. And dominant win. Dominant win. Love to see it. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Bucks. OH. I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.